What up, Gun Freak Nation? Yo, kind of bored this Thursday morning, but I'm still happy and pray to the Most High that I'm blessed to see another day. You feel me? But yes, it is 5:43 in the morning here in the D. Right here in the D. It's 5:48 in the morning in the D. And um, you know, I'm solo dolo on this one. I'm about to do some Jeopardy, The Walking Dead, one of my all-time favorite uh TV shows. So you know, I know y'all gonna catch the replay on this. Everybody probably knocked out and sleep. I'm the night owl, you know. But yeah, this was like one of my all-time favorite shows, man. I remember uh I'm like one of the original fans. Like a lot of people caught The Walking Dead. Uh what up though? What up though? California Sheepdog, Disastrous Effect. What's good with it? Um a lot of people caught it after it had already blew up through word of mouth, but I was one of the original people to watch it. I'll never forget. It was actually on Halloween, October 31st, 2010. And I originally thought I originally thought it was gonna be a movie. And I'm like, what the I'm like, it's actually a show about zombies. And I love me some zombies. I love me some zombies. What up though, California Sheepdog? Uh I love me some zombies, man. The games, the movies, so forth. To be a show, I'm like, wow, man. That this is back in 2010. This is like the first that I know of TV show that was about zombies, right? So I remember watching it on AMC, and what made that show so good to me, this is my personal opinion, was it was an expert when it came to the it was an expert when it came down to the cliffhangers. Like what did it for me from the first episode, like I'm not gonna lie, I remember laying back in bed watching it, and it was kind of boring at first. Like the first maybe I'm not gonna really say boring, because when Rick woke up, when he got into that gun battle with them bank robbers, they was in pursuit. I think they robbed the bank or something, but it was a shootout. Rick got hit and he woke up in the hospital, man. And man, them cliffhangers. Then the situation where he was in the tank. You know what I'm saying? And he got to give Glenn, this is a show. He got to give thanks to Glenn for getting him out of that tank. And then I'm gonna be honest with you, Merle. I didn't like him at first because he was a little on the racist side, but then Merle ended up being one of my favorite characters. I actually was hurt when his character got uh when they wrote his character off, man, when he got unalived in the show, but it was big on them cliffhangers. What up though? Damn. Uh, Q2, good. What up though? But I haven't watched the show. Good morning. I haven't watched the show in so long. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to see how much I can remember. So they got Jeopardy. They got it as a Jeopardy as a quiz. So, like I said, I'm solo dolo on this one. And look. One more thing I want to touch on. This show was so good, like especially the first season. It was like just when season 2 came back, that it used to always come back in October. Then they used to do the mid season where it would be out like in February, right? So we used to throw barbecues and shit. You know what I'm saying? We used to, when the Walking Dead new season would premiere, we would make sure we would have us a Walking Dead dinner. We would barbecue. We would have some pizza, lasagna, enchiladas. It would be something special. That's how good the show was. And it's like when they killed Glenn off, it just wasn't the same no more. But enough of me talking, man. I'm about to test my memory on this game. Okay, we got different categories. We got Rick Grimes, character weapons, Walking Dead kids. Whoa. We got the spinoff, and we got general. So, like I say, I'm solo dolo on this one. I hate playing by myself, but it ain't never fun to play with yourself. You know what I'm saying? To play by yourself. But anyway, I'm gonna go with Rick Grimes for 100. Okay, what happened to Rick Grimes in season 9? Oh, come on, man. Y'all gonna hit me with this. I don't know what happened to him. Let's see, season 9. What happened to Rick Grimes in season 9, episode 5? See, I'm not familiar. Is this an episode where he get? Well, we know he didn't get, killed off because they brought it back. They got that new show with Rick and Michonne. So that's a spinoff. Shit. What happened to Rick Grimes in season 9, episode 5? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know. If anybody in the chat know, I don't know what happened to Rick Grimes in season 9, episode 5. Shit. Damn. You know what? I'm gonna guess it, man. I'm probably gonna have to take this loss though. Episode 5, season 9, because season 9, that's when The Walking Dead kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? It kind of fell off. I really wasn't even watching it like faithfully like I was with to me, Walking Dead, it was season 1, season 2, when it was on that farm, on Herschel's farm. That season 2 was dope too. I didn't care for it at first because I'm like, damn, man. The whole season 2, the first part of it was, because they later started breaking it up where they would do the first season, like it would start in October, then it would end, and then they would start it back up like in February or something like that, or March. I think it was February when it would kick back up. But shit, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say season 9. I'm gonna say, could this Rick get blew up on the bridge? That's my answer. He was carried away by a helicopter. That's it. I got it right. Because when he blew up on that bridge, he fell in the water. And then they captured him and took him away. So yeah, I'm not cheating. I'm giving myself them points. That was it. When he was on that bridge and he got blew up and he fell off the bridge and the helicopter came and scooped him up. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim that. All right, let me get Walking Dead kids for 100. What was the name of Rick's son? Come on, man. Carl. Yep. It can't get no easier than that. Let me go with character weapons for 100. What was Morgan's weapon? Oh. Damn, what was Morgan's weapon? What was Morgan's weapon? Shit, it seemed like Morgan had like a bat. like a stick or something. He had like a stick. Cause Michonne had the sword. So Morgan had like a stick, a big ass like stick or something, man. A long, smooth stick. Hell yeah, I still got it, y'all. Let me collect them points. Let me collect them points. All right. Let me do spinoff for 100. What is the name of Rick's spinoff? Oh man, come on, man. Shit. Mm, mm, mm. Damn, I was just talking about the show. It's Ham and Michonne. I guess I'm gonna have to take my first loss on this one. The Ones Who Live. Man, let me deduct myself. Yep, The Ones Who Live. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, grab that coffee. Disastrous effect. Grab that coffee. I need some coffee. Shit. All right, General 100. Which character from season 1 wasn't in the comics? Man, see, here's the thing. I never read the actual comic book. So which character from season 1 wasn't in the comics? Shit. I wouldn't know that because I wouldn't know that because I never read the comic book. I never read the oh shit. Yeah, I never read the comic book, so they teaching me something. I'm gonna have to take this loss. I'm gonna have to take the loss, y'all. Merle and wait a minute, hold on. You mean to tell me that Merle and Daryl was not in the comic book? Are you kidding me? They wasn't in the comic book. They was like essential to the show. I told you, Merle ended up being, even though he had his racist tendencies, he ended up being like his character. Like he turned out to be cool. Let's put it that way. He turned out to be cool. But damn, I gotta take that loss, man. I did not know that. I would have never in a million years guessed that. All right, let's do Rick Grimes for 200. What are Rick Grimes' questions to potential new group members? Man, okay. How big is your group? Do y'all got weapons? Where your group is located? What is your group's intentions? Shit. Damn, I don't forget what I just said already. Let me highlight it. I hope I at least got one of them right. How many walkers have you? Damn, you right. How many walkers have you killed? How many people and why? Damn. Yeah, I gotta take that loss, man. I'm back at yeah. Yeah, I'm sucking right now, man. As big of a Walking Dead fan I am, I'm a little rusty, y'all. All right, let me do Walking Dead Kids for 200. What was the name of the girl missing at Herschel's farm? How can we forget that? When they spent half of the season looking for her. Her name was Sophia. Is that my laptop making this noise? It must be the fan kicking in. Yep, Sophia. So I got that right. Yes, sir. Let me do character weapons for 200. What was Michonne's weapons? They were swords. Like, do swords have other names? They damn sure wasn't a machete. They were some type of Japanese swords, a kentada, a kentada, whatever the I don't all I know. What up though, Scott? I don't all I'm gonna say is that they were swords. And this, I forget the name of it, but it started with a K, I believe. I don't know shit. A katana. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take that one because I said it. I didn't pronounce it right, but I did say it. So I'm taking that. I'm taking that. I was close enough. Shit. All right, let me do spinoff for 200. What is Daryl's spinoff? Oh shit. And I liked his show, his spinoff show. The Walking Dead. His show was called Damn. I know it because I saw like the first 4 or 5 episodes of it, and I never did finish the season. But I've kind of found it ridiculous because I'm like, how in the hell did Daryl end up in Britain, in the UK, in the United Kingdom? How in the hell did he end up in like England? That's what I want to know. But I don't forget the name of it, but I know exactly what it is, you know. But I forget the name of it. Is it The Dead? Shit. I don't know. The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon. Lord have mercy. Let me take that down. Let me take that loss. Let me take that loss now. All right, let me do general for 200. Who killed Merle? The governor. The governor did it. And I think his name, the character name, his name was Philip, but they called him the governor. Now, that I do know. The governor. Yep. Back in the game, baby. All right, let's do Walking Dead Kids for 300. What was Carl's baby sister? I don't get it. Why they say what was Carl's baby sister? I don't get that question. What was Carl's baby sister? Her name was If they ask him what her name was, her name, I believe, Judith. Her name was Judith. Yep. All right. Let me collect them points. Okay, let's do Rick Grimes for 300. What was the first walker Rick killed? Oh, shit. Oh, it's easy. It kicked the show off. Remember when Rick was in his car and he was looking for gas, and it was like a freeway like pile up of cars and stuff, man. The first walker he killed was that he unalived. Well, I can't say unalived because she was already dead. Was the little girl. Y'all remember that in the very first episode when the show first come on, and Rick thought the walker was a regular little girl. He was like, little girl, I'm a police officer, little girl. And she turned out to be a walker. That was in the very first that was the very first intro to the show. That little girl. The walker near Durant. No, see, that ain't. Nope. Nope. I ain't. Nope. Nope. I'm not. And they got that wrong because he did not kill that walker that was near Durain and Morgan's house. If y'all remember, when Rick got well enough to leave, Morgan and took Rick in. All right. So Rick was sitting down, and it was a walker walking nearby, and Durain bopped Rick in the head with a bat, and Morgan is the one that walked up to the walker and shot him. So that's wrong. I'm not. The first walker that Rick ever killed was the that I saw him kill on the show was the little girl at the beginning of the show. It was a little girl that was it was a traffic jam. Everybody else was dead. It was a little girl had a teddy bear in her hand, and Rick thought she was a regular little girl, and he was like, "Girl, I'm a police officer. You don't worry, you're safe." And then when she turned around and her mouth was all jacked up and her lips was damn near ripped off, and she started like running towards Rick, he had to put her down. So no, I am not going to accept this. I'm not accepting it. The walker near that right there ain't even, that's not even correct right there. He didn't even kill the walker. It was Morgan that killed the walker. So no, I'm not accepting that because they got that one wrong. What else? Let's see. Good morning, Lego man. What up, nephew? All right, let me do weapons for 300. What was Daryl's weapon? Everybody know it was the crossbow. Come on now, the bow and arrow, the crossbow. Yep. All right, let me do general for 300. Who voted the best two characters? Who was voted the best two characters on The Walking Dead? All right. Of course, it's going to be Rick. And I would say Daryl with the crossbow. It's either going to be Rick and Daryl or Rick and Michonne. One or the other. But I only can choose one. So I'm going to go with Rick and Daryl. That's my final answer. Daryl and Rick. Yep, same thing. Collecting points. All right, I'm going to do spin off for 300. How many spin-offs there are? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, you got Rick and Michonne show. You got Daryl show. You got the show which absolutely don't make any freaking sense to me, because how is what's her name? Glenn's Maggie. How you gonna team up? Y'all tell me about this one. That's when The Walking Dead went to hell, man. How in the hell you gonna team up with the guy that murdered your baby daddy, your boyfriend? I swear they got married, right? Maggie and Glenn. So how in the hell you gonna end up being cool with the guy that took your baby daddy, that took your man, and beat him to death with a bat, but yet you got a show with him? You cool with him? So your character, I lost all respect for Maggie for teaming up with damn, I forget his name. The dude that got the bat. shit, man. But anyway, I'm going to say it's 3 spinoffs. What? 7 in total, including the original. That's how I haven't been watching it, man, because it fell off. It ain't, it fell off. All right, let me get Rick Grimes for 400. What was Rick's last words before blowing the bridge in season 9? Hell if I know. Hell if I know. I found him. Wow. All right, I had to deduct myself, y'all. Character weapons. Let me get character weapons for 400. What was the first weapon Carl used? The first weapon that Carl used. Shit. The first weapon that Carl used. Was it a slingshot? Was it a rock? Because he was throwing it at a zombie that was stuck in the mud. I'm going to say a rock. I don't think he had a handgun. I don't. Oh, man, this is a tough one. Daryl's pistol. Damn. I got to deduct myself, y'all. Let me deduct myself. All right. All right, let me get Walking Dead kids for 400. Who was Judas's father? Shit. Man, to be honest with you, I think her father was Shane. I think Shane was Judas's father. But I'm going to say it's a toss-up. I'm leaning more towards Shane, but I'm going to say it's a toss-up. Who knows? It could have been Rick's. It could have been Shane's. I'm going to say it's a toss-up. Let me reveal the answer. No one really knows. Probably Shane. Wow. I got to give myself that though, because I said, I got to give myself because nobody really knows. You know what I'm saying? But it probably was Shane. All right, let me get General for 400. Who was voted the most annoying character on The Walking Dead? That was annoying. Shit. What was the dude name that had the orange hair? And he got killed by what's his name? With the bat? Or Eugene. I'm gonna go as far as saying Eugene. Lori? Oh yeah. People didn't like Rick Grimes. People didn't like his wife because his wife, when she thought he was dead, she cheated on him with his I ain't gonna say best friend, but she cheated on him with his co-worker, with his friend Shane. Yeah, nobody really liked it, Lori. You're right. I totally forgot about her. All right, let me get the spinoff for 400. Which spinoff got 46% on Rotten Tomatoes? I have no idea. Probably the ones who live with Grimes and Michonne. Walking Dead, The World Beyond. I totally forgot about that. I got to take that loss. Yep, I do remember that one now. I got to take that loss, y'all. Got to take that loss. All right, let me do Rick Grimes for 500. Why did Shane hate Rick? Okay, he hated Rick, number one, because he didn't have his boo thing no more. You feel me? He didn't have his boo thing no more, Lori. He didn't have Lori no more. He didn't have access to her no more. And he also felt like Rick was a danger, was a threat to the group because he was just, just being unresponsible, not responsible with his actions. And he criticized him when he went back to Atlanta to try to rescue Merle when they handcuffed Merle. So, but the real reason was he lost his Lori pretty much was his girlfriend at the time. So I'm gonna put it at that right there. Shane grows jealous of Rick and Lori's relationship. Yep, that's what it is. He couldn't hit it no more because Rick back in the picture. All right, so I got that one. Okay, character weapons 500. What was the name of Negan's? What was the name of Negan's weapon? Was it Lucille? I think it was Lucille. Yep, Lucille. Hell yeah. All right. Let me do Walking Dead Kids for 500. What was the name of Maggie and Glenn's baby? I don't know. I don't think they ever showed that baby in any episodes. That baby just disappeared as if it never existed. And then she hooked up with Negan and became best friends with Negan. This is why I stopped fucking with the show. It just got ridiculous. It made no sense. So I don't know what they named their baby. I never saw the baby. Herschel Jr. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't know whether it was a boy or a girl. I never, All right, let me go with spinoff 500. Man, please let me get this right. What is Maggie's spinoff called? Oh, shit. I know they in New York City. Is it called Dead City? City of the Dead? Dead City. I know her and Negan is in New York. So I'm going to say Walking Dead, Dead City. That don't make no sense. Shit. I have no idea. I'm clueless. Damn, California trying to ban Glock. So I'm not surprised, man. That's that's California right there. That's like the most liberal, like anti-gun liberal state it is. It's crazy. It really is. But I think it's called Dead City. I'm gonna go with Dead City. Yep, get that motherfucker. All right. All right, last one, 500. General. What was Glenn's last name? How in the hell am I supposed to know Glenn's last name? I don't know. I didn't pay attention to it like that. I don't know, y'all. Anybody in the chat knows what was Glenn's last name? No, he was Asian, so it's gonna be an Asian name, but I don't know what was Glenn's last name. Let me reveal. I'm gonna have to take that loss. Glenn Heath. So I got to deduct myself. I got to deduct it. So I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too bad. I didn't do too bad. Anyway, Gun Freak Nation, man, I had to do some, I was bored. I had to do, some Jeopardy. I didn't want to have to go solo dolo, but I didn't have anybody else to partake and participate. So, it's a party of one up in here. You feel me? It's a party of one up in here. And I didn't do too bad. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm about to jump off of my StreamYard, and I'm probably going to go live off of my regular YouTube. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. And I love y'all, Gun Freak Nation. I'm out. Love ya. Appreciate ya. You feel me? Appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out there.